Gotta know though, Raymond. Cash Money versus No Limit. What happened?
What you mean? Oh, the verses?
Yeah, I didn't. I heard it was gonna happen, but I did. It happen.
It happened. I liked it. I ain't going front. I actually enjoyed it. Um, I didn't like everybody was like, oh, it's a celebration for New Orleans because they're both from New Orleans.
All right.
But it for me, it just like it was kind of nostalgic because like I remember my uncle worked for like Master P, so I used to get all their music and was a big No Limit fan. But then like Cash Money, like that was like I don't know, that was just like a big era in us growing up. I mean, but it man, one of the things that kind of just threw me off, and it was like I can't. I'm not trying to talk negative about the guy, but it's just I just gotta point this out, right? So the owner of Cash Money Records, Birdman, he got up on the stage, and of course he performed some songs because he got a couple of hits too, and he got up there, and he got to speak his truth, and I he said that I was the one who started this stunning shit. I'm the one who started these tattoos and having tattoos in your face. And I was just like, I don't think we need to have that started. That's just all. Like I was like, yo, I don't think we need that started. Like when you kind of look at Birdman, like yes, he is a very, very successful music mogul. A lot of people give him his props because most people in music will be like, oh, it's no money in music, and they start doing clothes, they start doing liquor, start doing other things. Birdman only stuck to music, and even right now, he always attaches to the hot artists. He had Lil Wayne at one point in time. Of course, he had the Hot Boys when he first started off. Then he got Drake and Nicki Minaj. Now he has NBA YoungBoy. It's just like it seems like he's never gonna stop because he only focuses on music. He don't focus on nothing else. But you know, when you think about Birdman, it's like it wasn't like he ushered in like an era of financial literacy. It was like he
Okay.
ushered in an era of spending extravagantly, buying cars without financing them, and getting tattoos on your face. Like I don't think I would be proud of that.
Well, at least we know who to blame.
Oh yeah, I like when he like and he let it know like I'm the one who started this shit. I'm like, oh, the main culprit
So
right there.
he's so based. So you're saying that he's a proponent of ignorant spending.
Yeah,
Very,
that's
he
what
is
the
like
videos are. But who won?
man.
Who won? Who would you
Wait,
say
hold
won?
on. Okay, before we go any further, okay, for the uninitiated, now let's remember this. Okay, we want our podcast to be for everybody. We don't want
Oh,
anybody to look at our podcast
like what they
and
talking
not
about?
understand what's going on, because that's one of the reasons why people tune out is they just, and I see it all the time. Podcasters talking about something and they're assuming that everybody knows, right? So let's get past that.
Oh,
Explain to us what this is about.
so versus is pretty much like a hip hop platform where artists get to pretty much go in competition with each other on their songs, right?
Okay.
And it's always like coinciding artists. A lot of times they get artists that used to have beefs with each other, and you know what I'm saying, they get on the
And where
versus
do we
stage.
find verses?
Right now it's on Apple Music, but if you just type it on YouTube, people rip it off of
Is it
Apple
video
Music
or is
and
it
whatnot.
audio?
Both. This is a live performance that they take.
Okay. So is it can you consume it as audio only and understand what's going on, or do you need the video?
You could, because I did listen to it in the car and and enjoyed it, but the video component, you kind of need the video component. And
So the
this year
video
it was
part
at
really the
Complex
video
Con.
part really enhances it. Then you should watch
It
it.
enhances it. Yeah, it definitely enhances it, but you can listen to it. Like like I said, I was listening to it in the car and I was enjoying it.
Okay.
Um this it was actually at Complex Con in Vegas, which was a nice little place for it to happen. Um Versus was started by the producers Swiss Beats and Timberland, and they were just bringing in artists where we want to see them compete. You know what I'm saying? It's no real winner. it's really up to the public to decide who really the winner is. So,
Okay.
like we've had a lot of verses, but this versus was against the No Limit Soldiers, led by Master P, and the Cash Money Millionaires, led by Birdman.
And so
And
I'm getting that there's no judges.
no judges,
There's no judges. There's no declared winner.
no declare winner. It's just somebody plays one song, then you come back and you play your song, and
It's
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 just a crowd
essentially
going
it's
crazy.
essentially like, I mean, like a dance battle or a rap battle or something
This is
like.
literally a rap battle,
Okay.
but you're just battling with your songs and getting the energy from the people. I
Okay.
mean, of course, everybody's going back and forth. People are actually like the public is saying No Limit won. Um, I can't really give anybody a win in this situation because like, well, one thing that happened right that you kind of realize is like, so Master P had a very large run in the late '90s and early 2000s, right? It ended in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Cash Money started in the late '90s and it's still going because, like I was just saying, Birdman continues to stay in music. He did not branch off. He just stuck with music. So his body of work is actually way larger than Master P's. But because with verses and there's only so much time that they give you, like they compacted it and they didn't really like if Birdman decided to play Drake songs, it would have been over. You know what I'm saying? If he decided to play like anything new, it would have been over. But he got his old little crew. He had BG and Juvenile, and then Master P had his whole little crew. They performed the hits, make them say and get your roll on, and you know what I'm saying.
Wait,
Still
so why
fly like
why why do you say if he had played Drake it would be over?
because Drake has like way bigger songs. Like when Drake came into the Cash Money label, that's when Cash Money became like mainstream.
Okay.
This verses was pretty much like late '90s, early 2000s era type
Okay, so they're
music.
they're sticking to an older era of music.
They just stuck to the older era and he used just the older artists.
So he didn't put out his new guys who would have
He
just
didn't pull
shut
out
it
the
down.
if he would have put out the new guys, Master P wouldn't have had a chance. Because like I said, Master P was irrelevant after 2005.
Okay.
But Master P got up there and like one of the things I kind of realized was like if Cash Money is like mainstream, No Limit was for the hood ghetto people because it was just like a lot of hood ghetto anthems. They played this song called Freak Hoes, where Freak Hoes, Freak Hoes, bounce that ass, your knees touch your elbows. Like that's what we was listening to yesterday.
Okay.
and the crowd was going crazy.
Okay.
You know,
Now,
I even stopped for a moment, had to turn it up, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I can't
so
believe
how
they
big was
played
this
that.
crowd of people?
Had to be like a good 10,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big crowd. It was in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, this wasn't like this was a nice little concert. It was cool watching that.
So really,
It was one of the
is. I
better
mean,
verses.
so really, it's not a competition so much as it is a concert, right?
It's like a competition concert, kind of. Yeah.
Funny thing though is, can you really call it competition when there's no clearly delineated way of winning?
I'm telling you, people be debating on who won.
But that's the
Yeah,
thing.
but sometimes the artists kind of go hard on each other. They don't.
I, I,
They
They
know,
don't
I,
do.
I understand, but can you really call something competition? I mean, because honestly, if there's no score, right?
Uh-huh.
So okay, so let's say for example, yes, you can have a situation like that where one person completely wipes the floor of the other. Let's say
Right.
for example, one side can't even get their technical stuff down. Their mics keep going out. Right?
Uh-huh.
A bunch of technical issues on top of a bad performance, right? It's
Yeah.
obvious. Let's say that in this situation, it's obvious to anybody who was there
Yeah.
that there was a winner, right? But of
Yeah.
course, there is no declared winner because there's no judges.
There's no
There's no
judge.
official judging, right? The audience judges, but that's not official. There's no scoreboard up there, okay? See, so what happens in that, and this is what you got to understand, it happens in politics too, right? There is no when presidential and presidential candidates debate, there is no winner.
There's no winner, yes.
Okay? And now obviously there are times when one person just kicked the other one's ass, right?
Yes.
Okay. But even in that situation, because of social media, they can spin it any way they want.
Oh yeah. Like people say that Joe Biden won
Yeah. And
the
Biden's
debate with Trump.
thing is, Biden's people can spin it how they want. Like, if they can focus on one part of the situation where he may have had a point, right? They can do whatever they want. They can flat out lie. They can go out there, and it's not lying to say that our guy did great, right? They might think he did great, right? They can put out their own narrative, right?
Yeah.
So in a situation where there's no concrete way of judging, right? I mean, the only real winner is the audience because they get entertained.
I was thoroughly entertained. That's why I thought
that's
it was
the
pretty
winner.
good.
The audience is the winner, okay? Because honestly, and here's something funny. So I've been okay. I was writing a commentary on political policy today. Okay, and I was faced with a few different viewpoints that I either had to support or oppose, right? And the thing is that I was looking up information to support opposing and supporting viewpoints on these things, and I was going to go with the one that I felt was stronger based on the info, right? Whether or not I supported or opposed the policy. I just wanted an easier time defending it. Okay, I wanted an easier time defending my stance. And even if I agreed with it or not, if it was easier to defend anti, because there's more out there supporting it, right? And what was crazy is that I saw articles used in citing support. The articles I used to support something were actually against it. But there were passages in the articles that called certain things into question. Right? So you have a 10-page peer-reviewed journal article supporting something, and I was able to use it to argue against that something. Right? And what was crazy is that the people, when you're talking about it, they don't read the whole article. All they see is the writers, and if they are really big names, trusted names, it gives heavy weight to my argument. Wow. They may have had one sentence in a 10-page article that supported my angle, and I quoted it. I used it and used the article as my supporting article when most of that article was against my point. Right? But I found the one passage that sounds good for me, and I used it.
Yeah.
Right? You can do that. I mean, like I actually the route that I chose to go, I had to use counter articles for most of it, but it just sounded better. So when I debate somebody, I'm going to crush them. They're going to have no idea where I'm coming from, right? But that's the thing. So that's why it helps to have winners, and because like if there's a scoreboard, it's easy to say who won, easy to say who lost. Especially if the prize is more than bragging rights. See, bragging rights is one thing. See, so I'm assuming that's the prize here is bragging rights.
It's bragging rights, but so what I see versus being is it's more of a mechanism to kind of roll out your tour, or really to kind of catapult. It's more of a marketing.
It's a jumping off point for additional marketing.
Like right now, like I think No Limit. I want to say they had like a reunion tour, but after this versus, he can go on tour right now with the whole thing. They could click up and do a No Limit Cash Money tour, which I don't think they would do because it's weird. Like, I mean, even though like now, because one of the big things about this is Remember, these guys was in their prime in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
We're in 2025. So now, like looking at like the gimmick, it's just all like everybody just looked a little bit too old up there doing it, especially Master P.
Yeah.
Master P, like
Oh.
I didn't realize the gimmick. Like, of course, he's called the No Limit Soldiers. There's always the No Limit Soldiers, right? They wore camouflage, they had chains with gold tanks on it. He'll have a gold tank in the music videos. They're always the No Limit Soldiers. So his thing was he would like run in place. And I didn't
Okay.
realize that was like a soldier thing. So just imagine this old guy getting up there running in place while he's rapping. He
Okay.
was doing that the whole night.
Okay. So now remember, these guys are okay. So honestly, this thing could be used. I mean, both sides could launch something off it, whether they win or lose.
No, a lot of people
Don't
do.
matter.
That's what they do versus for.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, that's probably all they do it for. It's just
Yeah.
like, remember, okay, so this is the thing people have to realize. Everything that you can consume is marketing in some way, shape, or form.
True.
Right? And
I agree.
and some people don't realize it, right?
Yeah.
But those are the people who miss opportunities.